hasn't really fired on its own, just a sniffer. Welcome to the episode, folks. Great to have you on board, and I'm making great progress on the white Ute tail. Just a few more dollars. I use the VHT, very high temperature. This is actually engine enamel. I didn't use the exhaust one because it costs, I think, 10 bucks more. It doesn't get super hot. It's rated at 200 odd, so it should stay for a while. Black like this, but very presentable. So I'm ready to unclip it now. If I can do it. Looks like I've got my briefcase. Going to work. Oh yeah. One rubber's on here. One rubber's here. Put that on there. Because this thing here is a catalyst converter. Comes out of the engine into the exhaust. Wearing glasses means safety. So I have this wire wheel, it's almost gone. So this is the back box, the back muffler, and apart from the flange is worn a bit here, it's worn a mark. I'll just file it a bit. See all the dirt I've buffed off? This looks like the original one, so it's 27 years old and it's still on it. How do I know? Here's a date here. It says 05B97. So it looks like May of 97. I don't know what the B stands for. It's probably the shift, made on afternoon shift. This is in very good condition. It's got a few things. I'm gonna do a pot rivet on there. I'm gonna do a sealed pot rivet, and then I'm painting it black, just like the other bit. It'll be like brand new, and this stuff dries like crazy because it's 33 degrees. After all the debacles, clean the inlet plenum and put the air cleaner back on. One thing I neglected to do at the start, what a mechanic would do, is change the spark plugs. So yeah, okay, creaky old house, you know. Change the spark plugs because they do say the unleaded is a rotten sort of sauce. So plenty of sauce. and then I'm going to try and fire it up straight away. So it's all about, when you're in the bush, it's all about convenience, is where you can get things. I can get them on eBay, but I wanted them now, so I bought them for $8 each from Auto Pro. Yeah, that's it. And I put a bit of anti-seize on the thread there, and the spark plug's already been gapped. I'll just wipe the excess off, and that's so they never get stuck in the head. They're iron heads, so it's never really an issue. See that? I'll just wipe the excess off with that. Just make sure it's all around the thread. There we go. So the next person who comes along, which is probably me, I shouldn't have to change these again. They should last 100,000. I don't know how often, but if they fail again at 50,000, you just change them again. $48 actually. So $8 each by 6. 8 6s are 48, folks. Dollars, just a few dollars. Just got to United for a break, going for a coffee. It's the regular, yeah, it's working. Hey, it's good, hey? I've got a proper coffee machine at home, but sometimes you need to get out and just have a rest. Oh, it's growing the coffee for us now. Just helping those people. Toilet's out of order. She was a bit distressed. That's not very good, she said. Gotta have a banana for the breakfast. Oh, I can't wait. Just have to double check things on the car because I still can't get it to fire. I bought a quick release tool for these fuel lines, and there's one too. That's a return. See, it has the white band on it, and that one, that pipe in there, that's got the white band, so they go on there. That's a return, and that has the pressure regulator on the return. I pulled the other side off, which is the pump, and here's the fuel here, and I already cleaned the fuel tank out. It's a new fuel tank, but have all the colour fuel. And then here's the relay. Pull the relay out. You ready? There's the fuel. I've got to pump the whole fuel tank out, and there it is there. I'll bring it out. You got to have a look. That is not the colour that you want. It's got no bite. It smells dead. But here's the difference. That's a new fuel. I've just poured it out from the jerry can. That's a new fuel compared to that. There you go. Look at the difference. Can this be the solution, folks? I can't wait. Yes. Do it. Do it. We're getting there, folks. You knew I was going to get the answer one day. Put some Aerostart in the injection in the throttle body and cleaned out all the fuel system. It was so dirty. It's not sounding great, but I'm going to put a bit more on. Hopefully work on the Big Bang Theory. It's going to go bang bang. Hasn't really fired on its own, just a sniffer. It says recycle wastewater effluent, and there's the farmer over there on his quad bike. Anyway, these look like they're Angus. These are females. These are all females. And see the green paddocks? Well, we're right out in the interior. There's no green paddocks naturally out here, but these are watered, these paddocks, and this guy has a lot of Angus cattle, and one of them looks pregnant, early days pregnant. They'd have to be. You wouldn't have female cows without being pregnant. No. You want to multiply them, and we've got over the road is horses. Look at it. And I think they're all ex-race horses, those ones. And over the road we've got more Angus there. And so this guy irrigates and floods his whole paddocks to feed his coos. And we're at 10 o'clock. I'm not sure. I think it's already 34 degrees. Celebrate Australia Day, and it's going to be 40 degrees today. 40. If you want to get real, that's what you got to. That's what you're up against. We've got aircon in the car, but we never use it. Don't need to use it. What a waste of petrol. That was my cow impression. On the beloved car, I've taken the radiator out and the hose and all sorts, and I'm going to pull the harmonic balancer off, put a new crank angle sensor on. Hopefully it's up to scratch. One person commented and said those parts are cheap that you're buying, and in the past they've had trouble because they've been that cheap they didn't work. So there's a lesson, folks. Probably the parts, some of the original parts on the car were made in Mexico, so now they've shifted worldwide stuff to China. If they quality control them, they're okay, but who knows if it's going to work. So I'm just rerouting the belt so it can hold the harmonic balancer while I crack the 24mm nut. Let's see how we go here, folks. Just got to remember how to do the belt. I'm going to trace that whole wiring loom back. Just make sure it's in good nick, check everything. Thanks for watching the episode, folks, as me and the white ute really get it on the road again. Hey?